Dear students, today I am going to teach you the first chapter of civics of class 8, that is the Indian Constitution. First of all, what is constitution? See, constitution is a set of laws according to which any country is governed. Now, the second thing is that why a democratic country needs a constitution. A democratic country needs a constitution because it defines the nature of country's political system and also lays out certain ideals that forms the basis of the kind of country that we as citizens aspire to live in. Second thing, in a democracy, we choose our leaders so that they can exercise their power responsibly on our behalf. However, there is always possibility that these leaders might misuse their powers. So in such case, the constitution usually provides safeguards against this. In making Indian constitution, our constituent assembly that consisted 300 members from different parts of the country with different cultural and linguistic backgrounds. The Constituent Assembly met periodically, discussed, and write India's constitution in 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days. The chairman of the drafting committee of constitution was Dr. Baba Sahab Bhimrao Ambedkar. On 26 November 1949, our constitution was ready, but it was adopted on 26 January 1950 because the Indians celebrated their first Independence Day on the bank of river Ravi on 26 January 1930. Now we will discuss that what are the key features of our Indian constitution. First of all, the first key feature is federalism, that is the existence of more than one level of government. We have central government, state government, and local self government whose units are panchayat and municipality. Second feature is we have parliamentary form of government, means the different tiers of government have representatives elected by the people. Third thing is that the power is separate. It is separated between executive, political executive, that is the leaders of our country, permanent executive, that is the civil servants, IS and IPS, legislature, and judiciary. Judiciary means the system of courts. Now, the other feature is fundamental rights. The word fundamental right means reasonable claim of a person from government, society, and from the fellow citizens. Our constitution has given us 6 fundamental rights because during colonial period or British rule no rights were given to Indians. So we will discuss these rights. So the first right is a right to equality. This right tells that all citizens of our country are equal in the eyes of law, and no citizen can be discriminated on the accounts of caste, creed, religion, sex, and place of birth. Second is right to freedom. It means people or Indian citizens have freedom of speech, expression, and form association and union, and to move and settle in any part of the country. Third is right against exploitation. This right prohibits human trafficking, child labor, forced labor. Our fourth right is right to freedom of religion. This right tells that every citizen is free to practice and propagate the religion of his or her choice. The government has no religion. Next right is cultural and educational rights. All minorities, religious and linguistic group can set up their own educational institutions to preserve and develop their culture. Now, the last right is right to constitutional remedies. The citizens can move to court in case their rights have been violated. We can say, in other words, we can say that this right is also the guardian of all rights because it makes all rights effective. Another key feature is India is a secular country. It means there is no official religion. The government has no religion. All religions are equal in the eyes of law and government. So, at the end of this chapter, I should think that you have understand it. Now, you should try to do the question and answer of this chapter. Stay home, stay safe, and stay tuned with your chapters with the help of online videos. Thank you.